Ever wonder why your Kratky pepper plants might be losing leaves? You're watching those beautiful plants that started so strong, and suddenly, you notice yellowing leaves falling off one by one. It's frustrating, especially when you've invested time and energy into setting up what should be a foolproof hydroponic system. Today we're diving deep into the mysteries of leaf drop in Kratky pepper plants, offering you practical advice to diagnose and fix the problem before it spirals out of control. Why leaf drop matters in your Kratky system. Your Kratky pepper plants should be thriving powerhouses of growth, and there's good reason why so many gardeners have fallen in love with this passive hydroponic method. The Kratky system's simplicity makes it perfect for peppers, allowing roots to develop both water and air zones naturally. When everything's working correctly, your peppers should display vibrant green foliage and steady growth without the complexity of pumps or constant monitoring. However, when leaf drop starts happening, it's your plant's way of sending an SOS signal. Each falling leaf represents lost photosynthetic capacity, which directly impacts your pepper production. Understanding why this happens and how to address it quickly can mean the difference between a thriving harvest and a disappointing growing season. The beauty of Kratky systems lies in their balance, but when that balance tips, your plants feel it immediately. Understanding the root causes of leaf drop, nutrient deficiencies, the hidden culprits. Calcium deficiency stands out as one of the most common troublemakers in Kratky pepper systems. You'll notice it first as yellowing between the leaf veins, often starting with older leaves before progressing upward. Calcium plays a crucial role in cell wall development, and without adequate levels, your pepper plants simply can't maintain healthy leaf structure. This deficiency becomes particularly problematic in Kratky systems because the static water solution can develop imbalances over time. Magnesium deficiency presents similarly, but with a distinctive pattern. The yellowing typically starts between the veins of older leaves, creating a characteristic interveinal chlorosis that's honestly pretty hard to miss once you know what to look for. Magnesium is essential for chlorophyll production, so when levels drop, your plants literally lose their ability to photosynthesize effectively. In Kratky systems, magnesium can become locked out by pH imbalances or competing nutrients, making it unavailable even when it's technically present in your solution. Nitrogen issues manifest differently depending on whether you're dealing with deficiency or excess. Nitrogen deficiency causes older leaves to yellow uniformly before dropping, as the plant moves this mobile nutrient to newer growth. Conversely, nitrogen excess can cause rapid weak growth that leads to leaf drop as the plant struggles to support the oversized foliage it's produced. Nutrient imbalances, when too much becomes too little. The fascinating thing about hydroponic nutrition is that excess nutrients can be just as problematic as deficiencies. In Kratky systems, this becomes particularly tricky because you're not constantly cycling fresh nutrients through the system. Potassium excess, for example, can lock out calcium and magnesium uptake, creating apparent deficiencies even when these nutrients are present in your solution. Phosphorus buildup is another common issue that leads to leaf drop. While peppers need phosphorus for energy transfer and root development, too much can interfere with iron and zinc uptake. You'll often see this as yellowing leaves with brown spots, particularly on older foliage. The static nature of Kratky systems means these imbalances can persist and honestly even worsen over time if not addressed. Water-related root problems. Even though Kratky systems are designed to prevent overwatering, root issues can still develop. Poor water quality, inadequate airspace in your container, or contaminated solutions can lead to root rot. When roots become damaged or diseased, they can't effectively uptake nutrients and water, leading to stress that manifests as leaf drop. The air-to-water ratio in your Kratky container is critical. If water levels are too high or if roots don't develop proper air roots, the entire system becomes stressed. Healthy Kratky pepper plants should have distinct water roots and air roots, each serving different functions in the plant's overall health strategy. Diagnosing your pepper plant problems really starts with a good visual inspection. So, begin your diagnosis by examining leaf patterns carefully. Nutrient deficiencies, typically follow predictable patterns that can really guide your troubleshooting efforts. Take a look at where the problem starts. If you see issues on older leaves, that usually suggests mobile nutrient deficiencies like nitrogen or magnesium. But if the problems are starting with newer growth, that's often a sign of immobile nutrients such as calcium or iron. Next, you'll want to check your roots. You can do this through the container walls or by carefully lifting the plant. Healthy Kratky roots should be white or cream-colored, and you'll notice a mix of thick water roots along with some finer feeder roots. If you see roots that are brown, mushy, or even foul-smelling, that's a clear sign of problems that need immediate attention. The root zone should ideally show clear evidence of both submerged and aerial roots, with each one adapted to its specific environment. Water quality assessment is honestly pretty essential. Testing your nutrient solution provides crucial diagnostic information. For peppers, pH levels should typically range between 5.5 and 6.5 for optimal growth. But, this can drift over time in Kratky systems. It's best to use a reliable pH meter or test strips to check those levels. And remember, pH affects nutrient availability just as much as the actual nutrient content itself. Electrical conductivity, or EC, and total dissolved solids, or TDS measurements help you understand the concentration of nutrients in your solution. For peppers growing in Kratky systems, you should aim for EC levels between 1.8 and 2.4. But, hey, keep in mind that these numbers should always be interpreted alongside how your plants look and their growth patterns. Let's talk about some practical solutions for leaf drop and correcting nutrient issues. When calcium deficiency is the culprit, the solution involves more than just adding calcium. First, check your pH, since calcium becomes less available in alkaline conditions. If the pH is correct but calcium levels are still low, you might want to consider using calcium chloride or calcium nitrate to boost those levels. However, remember that adding calcium can affect other nutrients, so be sure to monitor the overall balance. For magnesium deficiencies, Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate, provides a quick fix. But it's important to address the root cause by ensuring proper pH and nutrient ratios. Alright, so when it comes to magnesium, you'll want to add 1 teaspoon per gallon of solution, but hey, don't rush it. Do this gradually and keep an eye on how your plants respond over a few days. Now, nitrogen adjustments, those require a bit more thought. You see, it really depends on the growth stage of your pepper plants. For those young plants, they're going to need more nitrogen to fuel their vegetative growth. On the flip side, if you've got flowering plants, you'll want to reduce the nitrogen to encourage fruit set. If you're dealing with nitrogen excess and it's causing leaf drop, you might want to dilute your solution or switch to a fertilizer blend with lower nitrogen levels. Now, when it comes to pH correction, take it slow. You don't want to shock your plants. Use pH up or pH down solutions in small increments and test frequently until you hit that sweet spot. And, just a little tip, organic acids like citric acid can offer gentler pH adjustments compared to those harsher chemicals. If root problems are part of the leaf drop issue, consider carefully pruning any damaged roots, but make sure a good amount of healthy root mass remains. It's also a good idea to clean your container thoroughly and replace the nutrient solution completely. This gives your plants a fresh start, and let's not forget about prevention strategies for keeping those Kratky peppers healthy. So, it's important to establish a weekly routine for checking your Kratky pepper systems. You'll want to monitor water levels and also, take note of any changes in leaf color or how your plants are looking overall. Remember to test the pH regularly as well. And it's a good idea to keep a simple log of these observations since patterns often emerge that can help you prevent problems before they become serious. Water quality starts with your source water. If you're using tap water, let it sit for 24 hours to allow chlorine to dissipate, or use filtered water for more consistent results. The minerals in your water source affect nutrient calculations, so understanding your baseline water quality helps you make better nutrient decisions. Lighting plays a crucial role in preventing leaf drop. Peppers need strong light for healthy growth, and insufficient lighting can cause lower leaves to drop as the plant redirects energy to areas receiving better light. Ensure your peppers receive at least 14 to 16 hours of quality light daily, whether from natural sunlight or grow lights. Temperature stability also impacts leaf health. Kratky pepper plants prefer temperatures between 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and 60 to 70 degrees at night. Extreme temperature swings can stress plants and trigger leaf drop, so consider the location of your growing system carefully. Troubleshooting leaf drop in your Kratky pepper plants becomes much easier once you understand the interconnected nature of nutrients, pH, and root health. Remember that prevention is always easier than correction, so establishing good monitoring routines and maintaining proper environmental conditions will save you countless hours of troubleshooting later. The key to success lies in observing your plants regularly and responding to changes quickly. Every pepper plant is slightly different, and your specific growing conditions will influence how these general principles apply to your situation. Start with the most likely causes based on your observations, make one change at a time, and give your plants time to respond before making additional adjustments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this guide with fellow gardeners who might be struggling with similar issues. Your Kratky pepper plants can absolutely thrive with the right care and attention, and now you have the knowledge to help them do exactly that. Happy growing, and remember that every challenge in the garden is an opportunity to learn something new about these amazing plants we're growing together.